And actually, Moonwells use 2 mana points per 1 mana healed, and 1 mana point per 1 health healed. So actually, you don't want to be healing Dryads or Druid of the Talons because they have so much mana. So right here, he's actually gonna go. Blue's gonna go creep, and my Tree of Eternity is finally done. Now he's just gonna creep. Oh, and my Hawk actually catches him going to creep, which was really, I really like that. But he purged it, and I saw the mass shamans. So I thought I could handle it with my 2 fairy dragons. So I was gonna go get some burrows, and Tinker third is what I always pick because Pocket Factory is such a good spell. It'll take up space. It'll summon those Robo Goblins. They actually do, I think, 30 damage on first level, which is so good. And right here, I try and get this burrow kill. I think I do. And this is bad on Blue's part. He goes all the way over here to creep this orange while he could have crept this and be closer to his base. Now right here, I didn't see him TP and I repositioned a little late, but that's okay. And I throw down a Pocket Factory and I go in an attack. I should have threw my Fairy Dragons into mana form, but it was a little too late. And yeah, see, the lightning shield is what really I wanted to commentate on. This is such a good strategy. I didn't have enough micro to move away my Druid of the Talons, and it actually kills a couple of my Druids. And he gets my Beastmaster, and I thought that was a really good strategy. So I thought I was gonna lose, but I didn't QQ because you don't quit till it's over. So you always play on the defensive side when you're like this. Defensive side meaning creep, expand. No, actually don't expand. Just creep. That's all you can really do when after you see a battle like that. Okay, I get a staff of preservation because I really like 3 staffs on all my hero. Just because it's basically saving a unit every, I think, 20 seconds. See, now I'm getting more fairy dragons because casters get eaten alive by fairy dragons. Always get fairy dragons when you're seeing dual spirit lounge, dual arcane sanctum. Well, not dual arcane sanctum because they could get breakers, but I mean like, oh, see here, I still have fairy fire on autocast, and that's not good. Always turn your fairy fire off autocast. And right here, my Tinker gets boots. I don't know, it just makes me really fast. And you can see all my dots are weak because of the stupid not the slow poison, just the poison from the creeps. That's okay though. And the Blade Master is actually checking for expos and checking and he puts down a couple sentry wards, which was really good on him. Now, this is something Blue does that I don't like, or I wouldn't suggest, is put the orb on the Shadow Hunter. Orb of Lightning is only good because it makes you so you're purged and you walk really slow. With the Blade Master, you're purged so many more times because of his attack speed and chance to purge. Shadow Hunter, on the other hand, I don't suggest putting it on the Shadow Hunter. Anyways, you see here, he lightning shields the creeps for some reason. I don't know why he would do that, because he's just gonna damage himself afterwards, but it wears off, so it's all good. And he gets this creep camp killed, which is good. Gets level 3 on the Blade Master, Potion of Invulnerability, and level 2 on the Shadow Hunter. So that was sweet. Now, he does something here I don't suggest. Using tiny Great Halls. Because in free-for-all, that's okay because you want to hoard gold, etc. But in solo, you only put up an expo if you know you can fight it off any army that can go and try and harass it. And if you would put up a tiny Great Hall, it's so much more expensive than a normal Great Hall. I'm actually not sure of the cost because I play Night Elf, but I know it is. Now right here, I try and get Scrolls of Healing on all my heroes. Yeah, right there, Scrolls of Healing, which I think is very good for the Druid of the Talon strategy because they all have such low health, and they're very perceptive to AoE damage, shockwave, and his lightning shield. So basically, I'll pop one after he casts lightning shield, so it negates it. Oh, and here I'd like to point out something. Always get Orb of Venom on your hero. When you have Orb of Venom, it guarantees 90 extra damage over the 8 seconds. So if I hit a Raider, it'll do 50 damage plus 90 damage over 8 seconds because of the poison. Orb of Venom doesn't slow, but it's just a great item for just extra damage. Right here I have more creeping. And here's another thing I think Blue made a mistake on. He walks all the way over to this red creep camp. While he could easily have killed this and this, he instead walks all the way over, wasting time, which I thought was a really bad idea on his part. So I just finished out this creep, and I'm actually creeping towards his base. So I'm gonna go for this one next. But while you can see here, he's actually creeping this. I think he gets a great item. I'll show it to you after. But I also had a great item. It is an ice shard, basically summoning a lich with Frost Nova and Vamp Aura, and I loved it. But as you can see, I'm gonna go creep over here, and he's so far away from his base without a TP. That's why I don't like it. But you can see he got a good item, Demonic Vigor, summoning a Doom Guard, which is the best unit in game, DPS wise. But that's another story. And you see here, I'm just creeping. And see, this is why I didn't suggest going all the way to the red, because he's so far from his base without a TP, it just shouldn't have mattered. Instead, he should have crept this, and then this, but you'll see why. He pays for it because I get free pot shots off his base, and he doesn't have a TP, and he actually has to walk all the way over there. Anyways, here's some creeping. Next is a Tauren out, which is interesting because really you don't see Tauren in every Orc game. And right here I get some free pot shots. I use my Scroll of the Beast, so all my dots get plus 3 damage. And I see he has fortified armor on his burrows and towers, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to kill him that fast. And now Blue has to walk all the way back. And I see the Blade Master, and you reposition your dots. Don't let the Blade Master slash at your dots. Keep it in the air by Cyclone. And see how I put everything in Fairy Mana Flare? It actually kills 3 Shamans right there. And it kills another Shaman. And I just killed 4 Shamans in like less than 3 seconds, which was really good. Now right here, I shouldn't have had this fight. He summons his Doom Guard, and I was not ready for it. He puts down a Stasis Trap. He has War Stomp. I should have TP'd right there, but, you know, I didn't, so it was too late. And the Stasis Trap goes off, and the War Stomp goes off. I should have TP'd right here, and do I? Yeah, okay, there, I TP. But I get so many Shaman kills because of the Mana Flare, which is why I always say, Fairy Dragons when you see casters. They're so good. Now, I sort of thought I won that fight, but I have pretty high level heroes now. I actually have 4, 4, 3, which is really good. And I have a healing scroll on my Tinker. And yeah. So I thought I was going to be doing pretty good, even though I have a couple low health units, but that's okay. And I put down an Expo right here just because I knew I had map control. And map control being that he can't leave his base without getting demolished, and he knew I would demolish him if he ever picked a fight with me. So I'm getting more healing scrolls, and I get Potion of Invulnerability on all my heroes, because you don't want your heroes dying, and for 150 gold, it's such a good. And right here, my Expo gets attacked. Cancel it as soon as you see him attack me, because you're just wasting money by not canceling it. Because you know Blade Master can take down an Expo at like level 1, so it's just not worth it. So right here, you see, I'm attacking, use Frost